We need to go truck shopping right now for the week. I usually take that truck, but it has a check engine light. It has new tires, but usually the check engine light goes away if you run it. Sometimes if there's soot in the exhaust system, you just do a regen and the check engine light goes away. Take to shop. I try to run internationals just for the simple fact that they usually have a truck. We might have to do a Freightliner. I usually do the internationals because the internationals have a radio hookup. On the Freightliners, I don't think you could hook up your radio to your phone, and that sucks. So yeah, I run day cabs, but the difference with me, one reason why I got so much shit in my car is because I load up my day cab for the week, because I don't come back with the day cab until the week's over. I don't like come home every night. I stay out in my day cab. Oh no, that one has a red tag on it too, man. Can't take that. This camera has a broken lens. This one might be good to go. This, and there's an international. Hopefully the international works. Oh, shit. Does the AC work on this too? The AC better work, dude. I can't run something that doesn't have working AC. Everything else works. Yeah, I don't really like these Freightliners, dude. They kind of suck. So, picking up this trailer, they wanted me to bring this back to the depot before I started my load, because I guess I had to come up here and fuel up anyways, right? But this has been a biznatch, and there was no way that I was gonna be able to vlog everything that I did up here. I had to move a trailer out of the way, and then when that happened, that's when I found out that my fifth wheel handle was bent, so they had to put a new fifth wheel handle in here. Then I had to go put that trailer back, and yeah, I'm barely getting out of here. So I've been here for about like a little bit more than an hour. So yeah, sucks. All right, that's it. I think that's enough fuel. Wanted to make sure I top off as much as I can, but I think that's gonna do it. Yeah. All right. How you doing? Not too bad.
What do you need to fill up here?
Huh?
What do you need to fill up? Do you need anything? Like code or something?
Oh yeah, your driver code.
Driver code?
Yeah, your driver code.
First time here, so.
Oh, okay. You just put your card in. It's gonna ask for your driver code, maybe your tractor, and that's it. Yeah. When you do it right here on this side, since your tank is over there, you're gonna have to take this out, just put it on the ground, then go over there and do it. That was another driver. I guess they didn't want to fuel up here because it's too confusing. It's all good. Oh, shit, I gotta put that on white. Yeah, we gotta have them on a certain color. If I would have left that on red, then that means that the trailer's like broken or whatever. Clean off this window. City trying to find me some peace. I finally lived to be the guy that I was dying to be. Still I got some trust issues. People lie through their teeth. The more I grew, the more they hide in the crease. Squad building, weak members get released. Hold on, let me help this person out. Starting pitches need relief, bro. We building a team. Everybody got a need. Put it back. Be careful. You got to walk it back because there's a lot of tension. If you let go of the hose, it'll literally. Yeah, and you could get hurt, dude. So walk it back and then. Trying to breathe safe that I didn't have the keys to. We all been victims of trauma we ain't agreed to, but the sun comes after starting up a new chapter. Let's get up out of here. Damn, dude, someone's sleeping in there. They better be idling the truck, dude. It's kind of hot out tonight. It's like 71 bullshit, dude. It's like 75 outside and they're in that truck. See, right now, the temperature right now, I don't think it's like hot enough to keep the engine running because of that ambient air temperature sensor. It does that idle shut off, dude. these mega carriers, dude, they really need to start putting these APUs on these trucks, man. I can't sleep like that. Most people can't sleep in a hot ass truck. Oh, I don't need my card for this.
Welcome to JB Hunt Gatekeeper. If you are a JB Hunt driver, press 1.
Huh? Oh, I gotta help this person get out. It's kind of hard to get out of this yard. Huh?
What's your driver ID?
Yeah, they asked for a few. So it's a trip. So you gotta hit this white bar.
Welcome to JB Hunt Gatekeeper.
By not only the administration but also the media to actively hide that fact, even though they were all complicit and aware of it.
So, I've been thinking about something and I want to get your guys' input. You guys think I should do van life? Seriously, I'm thinking about, buying a van, but not going cheap at all. Buying like a really expensive build, like a van that's already built it out. Because if I do van life, especially being that I live in the 209 Central Valley, I need a van with air conditioning. Like maybe even a truck camper. I don't think I want a truck camper. I think if I'm gonna do van life, I'm just gonna get a straight up van. Like one of those really nice ones. Like I said, with AC. A lot of the vans that I've been seeing don't have AC, but the ones that do, dude, some of them are close to like 200 grand. Now I know that's crazy because that's pretty much as expensive as a house, or more expensive than some houses, right? Here's what I'm getting at. So say, I got this car, and to get rid of it, I could sell it and pay off what's left, which would only be like what with the interest, like at the most 10 grand that I'd pay in interest, 10 or 12 grand in interest, right? Because my interest rate is pretty high because the interest rates at these dealers nowadays, even if you got good credit, they're gonna chip you, dude. They're gonna get you on really high interest because that's the way that they operate their business at these dealerships, right? I could turn in my Toyota, like trade it in, get a van life van, and instead of going like to an apartment and paying rent and still having that car note, I could just pay a little bit more expensive of a car note in a van that I'll actually own. And I won't be stuck living in the 209 Central Valley. I could pack up and leave whenever I want. I can't leave right now, but Another thing is, you know, I won't be on my mom's couch. What do you guys think? You guys think I should do it? Think about it. Wouldn't a truck driver be the perfect candidate and someone who's like really suited for van life? And wouldn't a truck driver be someone who could really financially benefit from van life? Think about it. These van lifers, they're like their thing is they're always trying to find where they can park, right? Like say they're a van life, like there's someone who's living out of a van, they built it or whatever, they got their living space right there, and you know, they work in a city and they're always trying to figure out where they can park without getting the knock, without getting the cops called on them, without getting towed or a ticket or kicked off the property. But if you're a truck driver, you could just park at your company's terminal. Like say you work for CR England and you don't want to pay rent. Say you don't have enough money to pay rent, but you got a car note. You could probably afford a car note and some insurance. And think about it. If you're a truck driver, you're at work all the time. So you're not going to be putting hella miles on your van. You're going to be living in it like 20, like maybe 20% of the time. And the other 80%, as you know, as a truck driver, is going to be spent at work. And then because you don't have a lot of time off like that, you're not going to be the one who's like the van lifer going from like California and like to all these states and like traveling with. And please believe these YouTube van lifers that you see that are traveling the country and their only income is like YouTube or something stupid like TikTok or whatever. If they're not going hard on the OnlyFans or something, dude, a lot of these YouTube van lifers, these YouTubers that are van lifers are trust fund babies. Okay. Please believe that. A lot of these people like Nikki Delventhal, like she specifically Nikki Delventhal, she comes from a very wealthy family. Like her dad is some big business owner and her mom is like both of them like they own a lot of real estate and they own a business. Yeah, the trust fund baby. Yeah, dude. When you hear these van lifers talking about they work remote jobs and they do something, their job sounds like they don't make a lot of money. I'm willing to bet you're right. They don't make a lot of money because most of their money comes from mommy and daddy in the trust fund or just money that their parents just straight give them. Their parents probably bought them the fucking van. You know, you could tell when some of these van lifers are rich kids when you go back to their oldest video and they started off in a nice looking van and they were just doing it with no job. Like they just started and it was like 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, dude. That's not just true about the van lifers. It's also true about a lot of the original YouTubers, right? Like Andrew Hales, who I'm a fan of, and like FouseyTube and Vitali. How can these YouTubers move to somewhere like LA and just 100% focus on YouTube? It's because they come from affluent families, right? But you, the truck driver, if you're going to do van life, you don't need to be a YouTuber. You make really good money. And just imagine, right? Say your van life payment, your car payment on your van, let's say it's $1,000, right? And you got to get RV insurance for a van build that you're going to live in. So say you're paying $1,200 a month to have your van and to have it insured. You're not spending that much money in gas. You could probably fill it up and just be straight all month because you're not going too far. You're going to be off for a 34-hour reset. And if you do take time off, it'll only be like a week at a time. You're pocketing all that money that you would be spending on not just rent, which would be way more than $1,200, especially in California. And on top of that, you still have your electric bill and your car note on top of that, and your insurance and gas and food and Wi-Fi and all that. So you pretty much cut all that out. And all you have is like a slightly more expensive car note and slightly more expensive insurance. But after that, there's no rent. You don't have to worry about coughing up $2,000, $2,500, $3,000, or another $1,500 on top of that $1,200, or on top of that like $500 or $600 car payment. Just imagine, right? So my car payment, it's just short of $600, right? And so it's $800 because my insurance is like $200. So okay, so $800, right? And say I get an apartment in Modesto for like 1,300, which after bills in that apartment would go up to 1,500. That's like what? So what? 1,500 plus 800. What is that? 23. It's like 23 or $2,400 with the commute to and from work and like food and shit. Yeah, I'm coughing up every month like $2,500. If I just did van life, I would only be paying $1,200 and I would live in it and I would have, I wouldn't have to worry about where I'm going to park it. I could just park it at my yard and I could shower at the gym down the street and I could cut out my commute because on my days off, I'll just be right there at work. And if I want to take off somewhere, I'm in a van. I'm not paying all this money, for rent on top of the car note. Dude, $2,500 a month just to live. At that point, you're just working to live. Now, just imagine if I did this for like 10 or 15 years. Maybe I could retire early if I just sucked it up and I just did van life. I just lived in a van, a nice van. If I'm going to get a van, I'm going to get a nice one. I'm going to get like, maybe not a Mercedes Benz. I don't need a Mercedes Benz van. I think especially the maintenance on that would be more expensive than just like a Dodge Ram van, whatever they called. Like, what are they called? The Dodge Sprinter vans or whatever. I would get one with the fridge, maybe not with the shower or a toilet because I got a bathroom in my yard. I mean, it's a porta potty, but nevertheless, it is a bathroom and we have a little hand wash station right there. I got the gym down the street and I see some vans parked outside of that gym. What do you guys think? You guys think I should do van life? Another reason why I'm thinking about doing van life is that would be something more that I could add to the channel other than just trucking. I feel like trucking is a lot related to van life, except we're not rich kids. We're pretty much van lifers, but we work. These van lifers that you see roaming the country in their vans or their trucks, especially if they're running something expensive like diesel. Like, dude, Roman Reckless, that chick runs diesel. Expensive as fuck, dude. Yeah, dude, we're not trust fund babies. We actually have a career doing this type of shit, living on the road. We live on the road and we work on the road. So I think a truck driver could easily walk into a van life situation, and the way our jobs are set up, we would have somewhere to park our van and to leave it and to not worry about it being ticketed or broken into because, it's on our company property, which for the most part is protected, especially if you're at one of your home terminals. I'm not at a home terminal. I'm at an account, but still though, it's, I don't got to worry about it getting towed. I don't got to worry about parking my van somewhere and I'm gone all week at work and I come back and my van's gone and it got towed. As a truck driver, you don't got to worry about that. And because, like I said, you're gone all week, you're not fucking up your van. You're not putting all those miles on it. You're not spending gas and maintenance because it's just sitting there. Then when you're off, you have somewhere to go and to put all your shit. As a truck driver, say you're netting, your average net is around like 1,500 a week for 10 years. And with investing, with the money that you would be spending on bills and rent, if you did van life, like say you have an assigned truck, a sleeper, but you still get a van because you don't want to just live in the truck, even if it has an APU. Like, what happens when your truck goes in the shop? Wouldn't you want somewhere to go, even though you're just right there at work in your van? If you did that for 10 years and invested your money in a Roth IRA, a 401k, mutual funds, index funds, all these type of investments, right? REITs, the real estate investment trusts or whatever, you invested most of your money because you're living in a van. The money you'd be spending on rent, you invest it into the market. I think within 10 to 15 years, you would have way more than $1 million. You'd probably have a couple million. What do you think about that? I'm seriously thinking about doing it because I'm telling you, bro, living at my mom's, I love my mom and I'm very appreciative that she's letting me stay there, but I need my own space. I mean, the most I would do in an apartment, the benefit of that is I would have somewhere to take like chicks or whatever. But then once you're done, it's like, okay, now what? I'm just paying this fucking rent. Like, yeah, I got these chicks coming over, but let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. Be sure to smash the like button on this video, subscribe to the channel. Wouldn't that be interesting? It'd be like a trucking channel plus like van life. Peace out. One more thing. Because it would be a trucking channel plus van life, it would probably turn into like a finance channel too, because I would be able to report like what I'm investing in and, you know, how much money I'm saving and how much money I'm making and keeping, dude. You would kind of turn into a baller. Wouldn't you turn into like a lightweight baller if you get to like be a truck driver, do van life right there at your terminal, and you're not going hella far in your van? You're just pocketing all this money. I think at that point, you'd be able to talk about investing and like money and shit, and you would definitely have money. I don't know if you'd be living some bougie ass life, but you'd be doing way better than most people out there who just go to work and they pay bills and shit. If you're a truck driver, you're already making more money than most people. And then if you're a truck driver and you're a van lifer, you're pocketing all your money, you're doing better than a lot of those van life YouTubers, believe it or not. Peace out. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Peace out.